Hello anyone watching this. Welcome to my channel, Moon in Libra. I'm doing a reading today, something a little bit different to what I normally do on the full moon readings or for my chakra meditations. This reading is trying to connect, or hoping to connect, to the energy of Michael Jackson. And the reason that I'm doing this video today is because I've actually had some signs that he's around me, and it does make sense because I'm currently working through with my solar plexus and doing father wound healing at the moment. And I've always been a huge fan of Michael Jackson. I've always loved him, and I always will. So it does make sense that he's actually around me at this time while I'm doing the father wounds, and I'm working with divine masculine energy as well at the moment. So for Michael to come through to me now, it just makes perfect sense. So what I did when I realised I was getting signs from Michael Jackson, I kept seeing, well, my daughter kept moonwalking in front of me, and then I was waiting in a chemist to pick up a prescription, and this girl standing in front of me just started moonwalking for no reason, just suddenly started moonwalking right in front of me. And I was like, well, I can't deny that. That's got to be a sign that Michael's around. And it just, like I say, it made perfect sense. I messaged Amanda Ellis, who's my spiritual teacher, and she channels Michael Jackson quite a lot. And I just asked her, I've never done anything like this before. How do I link into the energy of Michael Jackson? And she just said, just ask him to be around, just ask him what his message is. So I thought I'm just going to go for it today, because I feel like I've worked through, over the last couple of weeks, I've done a lot of inner work in terms of my father wounds. I've done a lot of journaling. I've been triggered, and each time it's happened, I've managed to identify that was actually stemming from father wounds and fear abandonment. And I've just been journaling and thinking and meditating and working with Archangel Metatron. So I feel like it's a good time to try something a little bit different to what I normally do. And I'm just going to try and bring in the energy of Michael, see how it goes, do a reading and see if I can pick up anything from him. I've been listening to a song of his. The music that I've been listening to, the Michael Jackson music that I've been listening to lately, isn't the usual albums that I would go to. I've been listening to his older solo albums from, well, he did one in 1975, which is the year that I was born, called Forever Michael. And I thought that was a nice album to go to. I don't know how old Michael was in 1975, but I think he might have been around 15 or something like that, maybe a little bit younger, I'm not sure. But the song that I was drawn to today was You Are There, and the lyrics start off, you are there like the laughter of a child. So that line drew me in, because obviously I've been working with inner child healing as well. I've been using this spray quite a lot, the Rose Inner Child Energy Spray. Listening to Michael's music and spraying this is actually a very healing thing to do. Listening to him when he was young and spraying this inner child spray, and also the Beloved Joseph Divine Protector spray, which is great for helping father wounds. So I'm not surprised that Amanda Ellis has released this just around the same time that I've started doing the father wound work. So I'm going to be bringing Michael in with the Rose Inner Child Energy Spray in a minute anyway. So the cards that I've been drawn to use, I've got my Metatron deck, which is always an option for me, obviously, but this one is the one that, well, there's two that I was drawn to even more than the Metatron deck for this reading, and that's the Art of Love Tarot and Whispers of Healing by Angela Hartfield. I've just got goosebumps while I showed this one, so I think I'm going to go to this deck first. I'm going to draw Michael in, hopefully. I'm going to ask for Michael Jackson's energy to come in, to give me a message. If you've got a message for me, Michael, I'm ready to hear it. Just spray that inner child energy spray. Okay, so the lyrics to the song that I was saying, actually, you are there, like the laughter of a child when I need just a smile. Suddenly the sun shines for a while. Everywhere, sounds of love are everywhere, and my heart sings along. Thanks to you, I finally got a song. Like a rainbow after rain, like the night follows day, you are the answer to the prayers I say. You are there somewhere, no matter where I go or what I do. You are there to help me see it through. So every night I say a prayer just because you are there. So this was a song that I was drawn to because obviously I'm hoping that Michael is there and he's there for me while I'm doing this work. And so I'm going to ask Michael Jackson, which just sounds weird. It just feels weird. But okay, I'm going with it. I've never done anything like this before. Actually, I have tried to channel Michael Jackson once before with my friend. We tried to bring him through. We did a little reading together at the same time, which was really nice. So it's not brand new for me. It's the second time that I've tried to do this, but I've certainly never videoed myself trying to connect to Michael Jackson's energy. But here we go. So Michael, what message do you have for me right now? Keep going. Ooh. Ooh. I feel weird. I feel like I would do as if I was trying to talk to him like face to face, person to person. I feel quite starstruck. Right, okay, I'm trying to get a message from Michael Jackson. Okay, here we go. Choice. Let me show you the card. The card is choice. And this lady's got it looks like a flower, and there's bubbles coming off the flower. She's blowing it like a dandelion. So when you do that with dandelions, it's like wishes, isn't it? It's like you're making a wish and then you blow the dandelion. She's got feathers in her ear. Her earrings are feathers. So that links into the element of air. This is all linking into the element of air, which obviously the dandelions link into. So it's an intellectual choice, mental choice. So when you make your wishes, you've got all these choices, all these options, and you can take your pick. You can take your pick of which dreams you want to pluck out of the air. I'm going to go to the book to see if there's anything in the book that is resonating as well. A fairy blows iridescent bubbles filled with possibilities. Bubbles represent hope, wishes, dreams, and the array of choices you have in front of you. Bubbles may also indicate the need to raise awareness, as there are extraordinary moments of magic appearing to you. The bubbles also represent happiness, amusement, and the innocence of childhood. Okay, so that links into Michael Jackson. Bubbles, that was his monkey, wasn't it? So it's linking into that childhood, the childhood energy. I'm going to spray another spray at the moment, actually, because I think this is something that Michael is trying to say to me, and it's the lemon spray. I don't know if you can see that. It's lemon, but it's joy energy spray. So I think this is the sort of energy that Michael is telling me to link into. And I know it's one that he would create around himself as often as possible. That childish, freedom and joy, because he never had that as a child. So as an adult, he created the opportunities to experience that joy and that freedom and the happiness and fun of childhood. So I think that makes sense that he's asking me to try and tap into that energy and let go a little bit more, and just invite joy into my life. I mean, I'm happy and content, but I often can be quite worried, I suppose, quite worried about different things and feeling like I should be doing this and I should be doing that. So yeah, I think that's what he's saying. The castle in one bubble represents your home or feelings of safety and security. The Pegasus is a symbol for rising above difficulties. The Pegasus is a guardian. Its appearance here is an acknowledgement that you are supported in your resolve. Once you begin to make choices for yourself, it will become easier and easier to choose what you love. So that's a nice message. Try to link into the joy and playful child energies. Okay, is there anything else in here, Michael? Transform. Butterflies everywhere. So this is a lady who's she's releasing all these butterflies from her tree. There's a tree in that container. So the butterflies are being contained. The transformation's being contained, and she's releasing them and allowing them to fly free. So I think this is saying don't let my own, what's the word? I mustn't be contained. I mustn't allow my own worries. Like I was just saying, I can be a worrier. I can allow things. My daughter has epilepsy, and this is a big issue for me because I'm often anxious that she's going to have a seizure, and I can spend a lot of time anticipating this happening, which obviously creates stress and it creates anxiety. So I think what this card is saying is not to be contained, not to allow my own sense of freedom to be contained. You know, I can release those anxieties and stuff and allow my own transformation to actually continue. Anxiety was a massive thing for me as well. Really bad anxiety and social anxiety, which I think I have mostly conquered, and doing these videos and putting it out there is all part of my healing process, where I'm not going to hide myself away anymore. I'm going to speak my truth and put it out there, and people can think what they like. It doesn't matter to me, really. If they don't, you know, people think that I'm talking poppycock, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that do, and hopefully those people just don't pay much attention. But I know that there are a few people who resonate with what I say, so I'm speaking to them really, and those people that do resonate, and I'm not going to not do that because of my anxiety anymore. I want to reach people, I want to heal people, and I'm not going to do that if I keep myself hidden away. With lockdown happening this year, I haven't had too many opportunities to test my social anxiety levels at the moment. The last time I was out in a social setting was at a forest school with my children, and I met a really lovely lady, and we clicked and we got on really well. And I've met a few new people recently, and I haven't suffered with any sort of anxiety attacks for a while. So I do feel that I have mostly conquered my anxiety. So that's what this lady is doing. She's releasing these butterflies that are the key to this transformation, and they don't need to be contained any longer. And this beautiful energy that's coming down as well, the electric energy coming down from the sky, is transformative and powerful, really powerful light coming down. So I love that card, but I am going to go to the book again, just in case there's something in the description that I've missed. So to achieve transformation, you must really think it is possible. Believing in yourself and your abilities is the key to creating the change being shown to you. A multitude of butterflies and fairies watch as a young woman prepares to release the butterflies in her dome. Butterflies must set aside everything they once knew to accept a new way of existing. They symbolize a readiness to let go and encounter transformation. The lightning striking the dome helps to clear away any doubts or resistance to change. The fairies are a reminder of the magic and support that is all around you. There is always hope for a brighter tomorrow. Okay, so that's a cool card. Michael, is there anything in this healing deck relating to the father wound that you would like me to know? Oh, that card popped up. I think I'm going to take that card. Kindness. Oh, wow. So I asked Michael if there was anything relating to the father wound that he wanted me to know, and I got this card. It's a really kindly man giving a flower to a child. He's got a robin on his sleeve. He's surrounded by woodland animals. And he's like the winter king. He's like the holly king. The holly king gets defeated every winter to make way for the oak king. But even in defeat, he's still kind and loving and giving. I'm going to go to the book for this card. Again, 37. Cultivating consideration and understanding of other people. This may entail a conscious effort to actively care about another person, especially someone who challenges you emotionally or has a strong personality. Start acknowledging the goodness in yourself and reflecting it to others. Kindness tends to be contagious. When you share your kindness, others will be moved by your example. A small boy receives a daisy from a wise old tree. Daisies are associated with simplicity, tolerance, and cleanliness. The gift of a daisy can signify devotion. The squirrels, birds, and rabbits are gregarious and relate to being sociable. If you have been keeping to yourself or staying at home, this is a push to get out and visit someone who might need company. Taking a little time to call someone on the phone and be a caring listener is an act of kindness. Trees are grounded in the earth and reach up into the heavens. They help you have a higher vision of the difference you can make in someone's life. The robin on one of the tree's branches brings a fresh perspective. Are you drawn to the child or to the wise old tree? A specific relative may be represented here. An older or younger relation may very much benefit from you spending time with them. Consider how you can spread a little kindness today. So for me, in this reading relating to my father wound, obviously I'm drawn to the fact that it's an older male relative offering something to a child, and the joy and the happiness on that child's face is actually I don't want to go into details, but that does trigger me. Just hiding my face with the cards because I'm setting off crying. Okay, that does trigger me. That has triggered me. Okay. What goes with this card, Michael? Is there something that goes with this card? Forward movement. We've got more butterflies. We've got a young girl on a rose. Looks like she's going for a ride on a rose. We've got rainbow colours everywhere. You're right, chick.
Hello.
Look at this card, Jazz.
Oh.
It's gorgeous.
It looks like an angel.
We've got the butterflies again. I'm getting a lot of butterflies in this reading. So I feel like I'm definitely going through a time of transformation. Quite a massive transformation, actually. I've been aware of this most of this year, to be honest with you. Of knowing exactly what I want to do and where I want to be going, and of listening to myself and my own intuition in a big way. And leaving behind all the self-doubt. So just to keep moving forward with this work that I'm doing. Mental repetition. Hang on, I'm not going to take that card because I hadn't asked a question. I seem to be doing readings where two cards come out together. I've put these two together and these two together. Okay, this card as well. I'm going back to this kindness card because it is really speaking to me, and the way that I respond to this card is from a place of loss and grief. And how do I move forward from that? I don't. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, how do I move forward from my reaction to this card, that trigger, that sense of loss and regret and grief, that this is not something that I really ever received from my dad. He wasn't mean to me, he didn't beat me, he just wasn't there. I just was never a priority for him. So how do I move forward? That's my question. How can I move forward? How can I stop being triggered when I see these things? Sensitivity. Sensitivity. I am a very sensitive person. This lady is part of nature. She's of the forest. Her hair is ivy. Her dress is leaves. You know, she's completely one with nature there. Maybe that's something that I need to be doing more of, is getting out into nature, doing more in the garden. And this card is the green energy as well. I'm going to spray a bit of the green that I have. It's the Emerald Renewal and Recovery. I'm just going to have a spray of that around my heart space. So connecting into that green energy, grounding, makes sense when you're triggered, if you can ground and just nature isn't perfect. Nobody's life is perfect. And if I can stop comparing my life to the life of others who maybe have had that support, that kindness, that love, and that devotion from their fathers, then maybe I can stop being so triggered and just accept my life for how it was and what it was. I had no idea I was going to get so emotional doing this video, but it's all part of the process. It's all part of the healing, and it's Michael Jackson's energy as well, and he is very emotive and moving. Okay. Is there another card that can go with this one that can help me? Message on how I move forward. Growth. God, the colours in this, and there's more butterflies. There's so many butterflies in these cards. And the colours are just immense in this. We've got the sun, we've got the warmth of the sun, and the creative energy that the sun brings, and we're linked to the cosmos, and she's got her feet in what looks like water, so she's linking with all of the elements. She's linking with earth, she's linking with earth, with the well, is there earth? It's not very earthy actually. There's water, there's air, there's cosmos, there's fire. Well, I've got earth in this one, I suppose. So I think this is Michael just telling me, just keep doing what I'm doing, working with the elements for my healing, getting out in nature a lot more, recognising that I am a sensitive person. I do get very emotional, and I don't want to. I'm not gonna contain my emotions. I'm not gonna suppress my emotions. So many. I'm just looking at all the butterflies as well. Okay. I'm going to move on to a different deck now, because I did want to draw a couple from the Art of Love deck as well. So okay, so I'm going to have another spray of the Inner Child spray. I'm going to ask Michael, is there anything else? Any other message for me? King of Stars. Alchemist. Okay, so divine masculine energy. Transmuting my negative emotions and maybe putting that energy into something creative, whether it's something like this, creating videos, my website, my writing, meditations, writing in my journal as well, I think is important. And linking into that divine masculine energy, this energy. It's a universal energy. Everybody has this energy within them. And it's the antidote, I suppose, to the father wound. It's the antithesis of the toxic male. So if I can link into this energy within myself and draw on that energy from within, then I maybe won't have such a sense of loss in terms of masculine and male support that that I feel like has been lacking in my life. So I think that's a great card to start with. Is there anything else, Michael? The Knight of Angels. This is all very masculine energy that I'm getting. Lots of stars as well. Even though this is an Angels card, there's a Merkaba. This is Archangel Metatron. Yeah, this to me is Archangel Metatron, the Knight of Angels. And obviously my work with Archangel Metatron is a huge healing process for me. So Michael's reminding me that Archangel Metatron is there to help with my healing and to offer that masculine energy and support. Eight of Trees. Skill. This card is a very feminine looking card to me. We've got the trees which link into the earth element, and this space here is very womb-like and watery. So obviously while I'm linking into the divine masculine energy and Archangel Metatron doing this work, I mustn't forget the feminine, the divine feminine, and that this definitely looks like a womb to me. It's the green as well. It's similar sort of vibe to that card. It's balance, isn't it? It's balancing the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and not focusing on just one or the other. They need to be balanced. And the Knight of Trees. Okay, what do we have in this card? It's a male. It's pretty much what I've just said. I mean, this guy, he's male, but he's sitting in a very feminine surroundings by the tree, which is a feminine energy. And look at this. That looks very feminine to me. He's holding that in his hands. I've never seen this card before. So he's got a flame which looks very feminine in his hands. He's got a flame which is very masculine, fiery from his head. So yeah, you've got the divine feminine, you've got the divine masculine, and he's perfectly in balance. So yeah, lovely balanced cards here with the divine masculine energy and the divine feminine energy. So I think this is a message from Michael that I need to move on, because the divine feminine and the divine masculine is the next part of my course that I'm writing, and yeah, I think he's telling me here that I need to move on with my work, focus on my work, and get creative, get writing, be the alchemist, take this energy, this sadness and sense of loss that I do feel with my father wound, and be the alchemist, transmute that energy into a creative outlet. So that's what I'm going to do. And Michael, I'm going to go to my Metatron deck for one final, maybe two final cards, we'll see. Is there a message from the Metatron cards? I'm just going to spray the inner child spray one more time. So lovely, that smell. It's just rose, it just smells pure rose. Okay, do you have a message from these cards, Michael? Excuse me. Archangel Sandalphon is with me now. So Archangel Sandalphon helps us to ground. He is also the angel of music. So I think Michael's telling me to listen to his music, which can help just to, I mean, it's always been a go-to activity for me. If I feel like I need to release energy, I will sing. I'll just put music on and sing very loud. And music's healing, isn't it? It's a universal healing medium. So yeah, I think this is Michael telling me to listen to music to help ground me. Go with the flow. This is my card. I get this all the time. Go with the flow, paddle on, take life as it comes, deal with things as they arise. This is what I try to do with my daughter's epilepsy. Deal with it when it arises. And in the moments in between, when she's fine, just enjoy life. Okay, one more card. Oh, I picked this card last night for my full moon reading. Review and reflection, time out needed. So a little reminder to release some of this energy with the full moon, which, I mean, it was last night, but the energies are still around for a few days. I didn't do my releasing forgiveness spell that I normally do. I say spell, I write it down. I write things down. I do a bit of journaling. I write down who I need to forgive. I send out forgiveness and then I burn it. I didn't do that last night because I wasn't feeling great. So I went to bed early, but I will do that today. So just a little reminder to do that work. Okay, anything else? No. Oh. Balance. This came out last night as well. Yeah, balance. my video might stop now because I've just had a notice that I'm at the maximum capacity. So if it ends, I'll say goodbye now, but I'll try and wrap it up before it cuts out. Yeah, balance needed. These two came out in my reading last night. So yeah, these energies need balancing. The masculine needs balancing with the feminine. Amanda was saying in her video recently, if you get irritable, if you get triggered, you can balance that out with the green energy. The inner child energy, which can often bring up painful things, can be balanced with the joy. So it's about making sure you bring balance to everything. You know, when I became triggered, I used the green spray just to kind of, well, it's renewal and recovery. So being triggered, you can balance that out with healing green energy. So yeah, it's all about finding that balance in everything, in all aspects of life, I suppose. Anyway, if you've watched this far, thank you very much. I hope there was something in there that maybe has helped you also. I'd like to say thank you to Michael, who I definitely feel was with me during this reading. I'd like to thank Michael for the kick up the butt to get on with my work, the next part of my course, and for the kick up the butt to do this work, and for the reminder that I just need to keep moving forward. That I am a sensitive soul, but I just need to keep doing what I'm doing with the healing, connecting to the elements, and working on my own personal growth. So, on these last final cards with the choice, the first ones that I drew, you choose your own bubble. Which bubble am I going to pluck out of the sky today? And allow yourself the transformation. Don't be contained. Allow your light to be released and shine. Anyway, thank you for watching if you've watched this far. Thank you to Michael for being here, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.